All right, let's talk about something you've probably seen everywhere, the cold plunge. You know those videos of people jumping into ice water, coming out looking like they've conquered the world? They swear it boosts their mood, destroys stress, basically changes their whole life. But is it for real? Let's take a deep dive into the science behind it.
So here's the big question, right? Can 5 minutes in a tub of ice really change your brain? I mean, seriously, it sounds a little nuts. But we're going to follow the science and see exactly where it leads us.
Okay, so the promise, the hype is just massive. You can't get away from it. You've got wellness influencers, pro athletes, everyone's talking about it like it's some kind of magic bullet for, a bad day or even serious anxiety. But before we all run out and buy a barrel of ice, let's peel back the layers and see what's really going on. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The second you hit that freezing water, what is actually happening to your body? It's not just, ooh, that's cold. No, your body goes into full-on emergency mode. It's a complete top-to-bottom shock to the system, literally.
It's this crazy, fast chain reaction. The first thing is that gasp, right? That's the cold shock response. It's totally involuntary. That initial jolt acts as a massive short-term stressor, and that signals your body to just dump a flood of chemicals into your system. And the result of all that? Bam! You're instantly wide awake, laser-focused. Your body literally just whipped up its own personal energy drink.
So, what's in this chemical cocktail your body's mixing? Well, you get this huge rush of norepinephrine and dopamine. Think of those as your get-up-and-go chemicals. They're all about focus, motivation, feeling good. Then you get a shot of cortisol. Yeah, the stress hormone. But in this case, it's what puts you on high alert. And to top it all off, beta-endorphins. Those are your body's own natural painkillers, and they can make you feel kind of euphoric. It's this perfect storm of chemicals that creates that amazing feeling people talk about after they get out.
Okay, so a bunch of cool chemicals get released. We get it. But does that actually translate to real, measurable changes in mood and stress? Like, can scientists actually see this stuff? Let's check out the research.
And here's the thing, it's not just people saying they feel better. There's real data. One study actually used fMRI brain scans so they could see what was going on inside people's heads. After just 5 minutes in cold water, people reported feeling way more active, alert, inspired, and less nervous. And the cool part? The brain scans totally backed them up. They showed actual changes in the parts of the brain that handle attention and emotions. So yeah, what they were feeling was absolutely real.
All right, feeling alert is great. But what about the whole stress-busting claim? I mean, that's a big one. And this is where the science tells a slightly different story. It's not quite what you'd expect.
This is so interesting. The plunge itself is, super stressful for your body. But the stress-reducing part, that doesn't happen right away. In fact, studies show that people's stress levels were significantly lower a full 12 hours after they got out of the water. So it's not an instant poof, my stress is gone kind of thing. It's more like a time-release capsule for calmness that kicks in later.
And that's not all. The research also hints at other cool benefits. Things like better sleep quality, especially for men for some reason, and just a general feeling of having a better quality of life. Not bad, right?
Okay, this next part is super important. We've seen some really promising stuff, right? The chemical reactions, the brain scans, it's all there. But now we got to pump the brakes a little and draw a really clear line between the social media hype and what the hard evidence actually says.
So on one hand, you've got Instagram and TikTok with these massive claims. Cold plunges cure depression. They eliminate anxiety. I mean, huge stuff. But then you have the actual scientific community, and they're way more cautious. They're saying, look, the brain chemistry is interesting. It's a promising mechanism, but we just don't have solid clinical proof that it can treat these serious conditions. It's a big difference.
And there's a really good reason why scientists are being so careful. A lot of the studies we have right now are pretty small, and they often don't have the super strict controls you need to really prove that the cold plunge caused the improvement. So, is there potential? Oh, for sure. But is it a medically proven treatment for something like clinical depression? Nope, not yet.
But hold on. What if we're focusing too much on just the chemicals? There might be something else going on here, something psychological. It's this idea of resilience. Think about it. You are choosing to do something really, really uncomfortable. And when you get through it, you've proven something to yourself. You've taught your brain that you can handle hard things. And that's incredibly powerful.
Okay, so let's wrap this all up. What does the science actually say? Number one, yes, it can make you feel more alert and attentive. That's pretty clear. Number two, it can lower your stress, but remember, that benefit shows up hours later. Number three, the big one, the proof for treating depression or anxiety just isn't there yet. It's inconclusive.
And finally, number 4, don't forget the mental game. It definitely helps build psychological resilience.
So that leaves us with a pretty cool question to chew on. We know about the wild chemical rush that happens in your body, but we also know about the huge mental win you get just by being brave enough to get in the water in the first place. So which is it? Is the real power of the cold plunge in our chemistry, or is it in our courage? Maybe it's a bit of both. Something to think about next time you see one of those videos. Thanks for sticking with me on this one.